Hey, Max here, and welcome, movie fans. This is my daily show where I talk about everything I love, and I want to talk to you. If you want to share in our love of movies and collecting, comment below at any point of this episode. I do intend to make this daily as much as possible. I have 2 jobs that I work, so this is for fun because I'm a movie fan. I know that's why you guys might be watching. But we're going to talk about news in the movie, entertainment, possible rumors, but that's more where you could check out my Hot Topic videos. This, I want to focus on some good stuff. Blu-ray steelbooks and collectibles. And one of the reasons I'm so passionate in my Hot Topic series is I care a lot about movies. I expect a lot because I care a lot. And I hope you guys do too. But let's get on to some cool news in the movie, steelbook, and toy or collectible areas. But let's start out with a new trailer that was just released. And if I comment on a trailer, I will provide a link in the description. And it's Tomb Raider Trailer 2. And I had a lot of fun with this trailer. It's not mind-blowing, but there's a lot of action. To me, I think her name's Alicia Vikander, truly sells it. I really think of her as Lara Croft. I don't even think of Angelina Jolie in my mind anymore. I think she's a great fit. Now, who knows if the movie's going to be great, but it seems like a fun... I don't expect everything to be mind-blowingly good when I go to the movie theater. Sometimes I just want to go and enjoy a movie, a popcorn movie. And I think that's what it looks like it's going to be. Now, some of the only downside I see is, and this was in the first trailer to me too, is the jumping. Now, that was a lot to do with the video game, but she does some superhero jumps to me. But everything else looks pretty solid. I like all the actors involved. I forget the one character's name that's going to play the villain. He was in Justified and I think some other great shows. I know you guys know who I'm talking about. You could comment below. But I really enjoyed the trailer. I'm looking forward to enjoying this on the big screen. It's not one of my most anticipated, but it's going to be a nice weekend at the movies when this debuts. So I was happy with the trailer. Let me know your thoughts there. And one of the main reasons I started this channel is my love of collecting the physical medium, Blu-rays, in steelbook form. I love collecting steelbooks. I really enjoy when they do a really interesting design on the cover, or if there's an amazing poster for the movie. I like when there's a great poster and they incorporate it into the steelbook. Now, this movie, I really recommend this movie. I know a lot of you viewers out there have seen it already. I thought it was a great movie. The steelbook is interesting. It has like that sugar skull flower thing motif, and there's the guitar in the center. It's not my favorite steelbook, though. I still will be purchasing this movie. And if you are looking for the 3D version, you may want to act now, because Best Buy only has the 2D version. So if you want the 3D version, you could go head over to Zavi.com, which I use frequently for my 3D purchases, because I like options. I enjoy 3D. If I watch movies over and over, and I like to have the option of watching 3D or regular. So I will be going the extra mile to track down this 3D version. And let me know if you're still... It's harder and harder to be a fan of 3D, especially in 2018. It's going along the wayside. I might do a hot topic on that in the future. But tell me what you guys think. Do you just stick with the regular version, or do you go and try to track down the 3D, which is becoming harder and harder? But here's another one that is coming out. Justice League. I know there's so many mixed reactions to how this movie actually turned out. I think it's still a fun watch. It's not what I wanted. I really am a fan of Zack Snyder's Vision, and I would love to see him be a complete Vision. And my honest opinion, we're never going to see it, because when they made the alterations to, and the different cuts to Batman v Superman, the special effects and everything were already done, and they made cuts based on test audiences. So when the reaction to Batman v Superman was bad with the audiences, they already had that footage, and they altered how they were going to produce Justice League. So instead of completing everything and making cuts later, they actually stopped mid-production, and all that other stuff that unfortunately happened with Zack Snyder's family. So I don't think we're ever going to see a Snyder cut, and I think there's even news that this only has one deleted scene, which is very disappointing. So my opinion is Warner Brothers is not going to spend another dime finishing any more special effects or giving any more updates to this movie. The thing that they might do is they might double dip and give you a Blu-ray down the line with a bunch of deleted scenes that aren't finished. So that's my theory about what they're going to do with this release. Even though I would pay big money to see a Zack Snyder cut, I don't think it's ever going to happen. That is a shame. But there's some good things about the movie. Something else I like to do, because I'm such a fan of posters and artworks, that's why I collect Steelbooks. This is a section of the show where we give a little comparison of the original poster and the Steelbook coming out. And I want you to pick one, and I'm going to play along. Now, these are not all the posters, but these are some of the major posters that came out. I really like the Steelbook design here. It says it's not the final cover art, so it could change, but it seems to go along with the illustrative comic book look that they did with some of the re-releases for Batman v Superman and Man of Steel. If I had to pick one, I think in this case, I would prefer the Steelbook version. I like the one in the middle, but I don't think it would translate that great to Steelbooks, because Wonder Woman and Flash's heads are kind of cut off. The one on the left, I'm not that big of a fan of at all. So I think they did a great job. I will be pre-ordering this if I can. It's really hard to track down the 3D version, so it's not on Zavi or Best Buy right now. So I'm going to have to track this down. And here is another one, poster versus Steelbook, and it's for Coco. I do not, on any means, dislike the Coco Steelbook, but I have to say, I really like that image on the far left, the first poster, with them walking and the reflection in the water and the dog turning backwards. I just really like that picture. And the one in the middle, I really like too as a poster. I like the left side of the poster is the regular world, and then the right side, the Day of the Dead, and really cool. But I think I would go with the one on the left if I could choose. I'm still happy with the Steelbook, and it's an awesome movie that I want to own. But let me know your thoughts. And now let's get on to some news. Some first images, promo images for Wreck-It Ralph 2 Breaks the Internet came out. I believe this should be out November and holiday season 2018, and I am really looking forward to this movie. It was a great animated film. I'm a huge fan of animated films, especially in 3D, and this was such a gem of a movie. I'm glad they took some time. I'm happy it's coming out now. There's a good in-between time, and it's built up the anticipation, and I think they're going to do a great job. And breaking the internet, that's a great way to go about doing the sequel. It's going to be bigger and better, in my opinion. Now, the actual designs of the characters here, they kind of look like emoji people. I hope that's not... Maybe that's just the way everyone looks on the internet. So I'm not that's not the best signs to me there. I'm not really a fan of the way they look, but if you're gonna do the internet and all emoji faces, it kind of makes sense. Anything that reminds me of the Emoji Movie, I want to pass on though. So that's the only downside there. But I can't wait to see Ralph and Vanellope von Schweetz again. And here's another image with all kind of spoofs of Google and LubHub. Amazing. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to see a trailer for that. Here's some other news that broke this week. And I love DC. I love DC and Marvel. But the way it's going right now, I was more on board with before Justice League. After, I don't think they've learned anything. Now, I'm nothing against these two, John Francis Daley and Jonathan Goldstein, to direct Flashpoint, but their only other directing was the Vacation movie that was not that great, and they have another comedy coming out, I forget what it's called. They have done some writing, but I think there's two things that I think that got them hired for this movie. I think the word is out. If you have high aspirations in the directing community in Hollywood, you stay away from DC films, and I think Star Wars is next. I really think people want to stay away from these because all the drama and all the micromanagement, and your vision may never come to fruition. You may not get to make your movie. You may be filming it. They may cut it to pieces, and you don't get a choice at the end. So, nothing against these two. I think that's why they went with them, because no one else wants to. And it just doesn't show, it doesn't build confidence in me. I think I'm less confident now that they're going to change anything for the better in the DC movie universe. Maybe they're working with a lower budget too, so their profit margin's better. Maybe they're not trying to make it better, they're just lowering their budgets. And that's why they went with these directors. That's another theory of mine. Also, it seems like they are basically going to do, and this is a rumor out there, that they were going to use Ben Affleck as his final contracted appearance in Flashpoint. And it totally makes sense that they got 2 of, I believe, the 6 Spider-Man Homecoming writers to write or direct this movie. Because all they're doing is they're basically in copy Marvel Studios mode. It seems like they're just going to do the same kind of storyline with Spider-Man and Iron Man with Flash and Bruce Wayne. It just seems like cookie cutter, copy and paste, make it funny, have the guy show them the ropes, being Bruce, just like Iron Man. Bruce will probably be very limited in the movie, just like Iron Man was, and that'll be it. And that's the last of Ben Affleck. I'm almost positive that's the way they're going to go. Tell me what you think. Is this a symptom of WB and Lucasfilm? Directors don't want to go near these movies. That's a viewer question. I want to know your opinions. Okay, now here, I love movies and I love collectibles, but I try to go towards quality. I like to look at quality collectibles, and I'm going to share some with you now. Some that I think are really cool that are coming out later this year. The first one is Chewbacca with the AT-ST from Return of the Jedi. I love this Funko Pop. Now, personally, I've stopped collecting Funkos. I was collecting majority of just mystery minis, but I've kind of slowed down on that too. But this one makes me want to get it because it's so cool. Now, the James Bond, I think it's great to have James Bond characters. It just looks okay to me. The winner out of these two definitely is the Chewbacca with the AT-ST. I love it. Tell me your thoughts there. And something that I've been really getting into is these Mezco 112 action figures. I just think they're so highly detailed. I appreciate Sideshow collectibles and Hot Toys as well, but these are it's just like they're still a hefty price point, okay? But it's about half the price of a Sideshow figure, but you're still getting the same quality, and it's a smaller, easier to collect, nice box. I've only got a couple, and I might do a review of one soon. But I really like this Iron Man. Really classic Iron Man. It comes with a lot of accessories. Here's a look at hand blast effects, chest beam, booster effects, hip discs with missile, arm rocket. It comes with a stand and an adjustable posing post. And also metal components to his outfit and light up features and a magnetic visor. And I think that's really one of the coolest selling points of this figure. And he looks decent under there too. That's a hard thing to pull off, is get a nice face sculpt under the mask and then the magnetic visor. That's going to be awesome with that chest piece lining up. I'm really looking forward to this Mezco 112 figure. Okay, now we'll go over to the shoutouts of this episode. And Super G50 Zero. And I think this one was about... Okay, this is the Han Solo in my Hot Topic video about what is Disney really doing, is it fake, and are they trying to trick fans? So, I agree with you. I'm more suspicious of the wording on the fan reaction. Sounds like someone from a marketing firm would write. I totally agree. I wouldn't put it past Disney to use these type of tactics. If you want changes made, the only way to strike back is don't buy the toys and don't go see Solo. If you have to see it, wait 2 weeks after opening day or digital/DVD. Now, I've been a movie fan for years. Growing up, I went with my father and my family, and I really support films opening weekend because I love to contribute to the box office, those opening numbers. I like to support movies. I buy Blu-rays, I buy collectibles, I buy the merchandise, and I buy movie tickets. I normally do not go against... I don't want to strike against a movie company, but the way Disney is treating its fans and Lucasfilm right now, I'm kind of... And I still want to see Solo. I'm not going to lie. I've made a lot of videos about it. I still want it to be good. I just don't like the way and the decisions that are being made. So I may wait. I may just wait a couple weeks. I don't want to contribute to that opening weekend, that's for sure. I don't want to say I won't see it at all, but I'm wavering on that. I'm not sure at this point. I know you viewers have a lot of strong opinions, and if you say strike and don't see it at all just to prove a point, I cannot blame you. I'm not sure if I'm totally there yet. I know I do not want to see it opening weekend or maybe even the first 2 weeks because I do not want to contribute to something that I think they're ignoring fans on. So that's a great comment. Tell me what you think of this comment. And this is where I say you don't have to follow me anywhere. All I want to do is you to join in the conversation and have some great conversations with movie fans. So I hope to do these frequently. Appreciate you watching. Everyone have a great day. Bye.